input text. This is how to manipulate your page. The double arrows, you can extend left or right, okay? The double 2 arrows, but the 4 arrows, you are moving the whole page. You see that movement? You are moving the whole page. So if I come now to adding content, I will not forget to get back to my home. Why do I get back to home? I want to make sure that the font I'm going to use is the Sanctuary Gothic. This is very simple for primary 1, primary 2, any other class. This is how we write letter A, and this is how we write letter B, and this is how we write letter G in our chalkboard. Okay, I have seen some chats here. Let me first respond to them. Okay, they are registration forms. Thank you. So I have made sure that Sanctuary Gothic is here, and I'm going to type my content. Okay, I'm going to say that many and much are used in negative, and interrogative sentence. Okay, interrogative sentences. Okay, I'm going to put that. Next explanation, the difference between this is now how you are going to type your content. Okay, many is used with countable nouns. Okay, in the word plural form. Okay, and much is used, okay, is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, now this is our very important message. We must make sure that this message goes to the learners clearly. So what are we going to do next? Our first thing is to increase the font size. Remember, we said that the slide should not be congested. So if you want to avoid congestion in the slide, then you must make sure that the work that you put is very minimal and with the bigger font size. Okay, so that is that. Highlight, and then you come to font size. You're just using this arrow up, and then you increase until when you see that now the slide is okay. Now, color. I prefer using blue, which is bold, because most of these children are going to have blue pens and black pens. That ink is what is common. So I would not love so much to put in green or yellow, because practically the children are supposed to take notes. So when they take notes, they would love to do it like the way the teacher is doing it. That's what I have learned with children. You know, I have taught girls for a long time. So girls want to do exactly what the teacher is doing. So when you put here yellow, you are going to make the child's work very difficult. So I prefer using blue. So I'm going to get here my blue, and then I bold it. After bolding that, I am going to go to what we call animation. I'm going to first of all highlight this structure, many. I can change its color to black or to blue. We can consider black for that case. And then I'm also going to get this one. I can change it to black for that case, so that the children are able to know the key points of your discussion. Then let's go to animation. Okay. These are 2 points. We can even make them to appear with a simple kind of intonation. As I told you, children want to do what you are doing. So if you put this bulletin in stars, they are also going to write stars. If you put this bulletin in ticks, they are also going to put ticks. So be simple, be very simple to the level of the learner. So let's go to our animation, highlight it, go to animation, make the line to appear. Now here you can first make all of them to appear. But for learning purposes, let's go line after line. After making that one to appear, come to animation pane. The animation pane is going to give you something like this in the side of your desktop or laptop. Then you come to that line, look at this, start on a click. Start on a click. Make sure that is where your mouth is. You can see this symbol of a mouth is here. So it should be there always. Start on a click so that the sentence will appear at the click. Then you come to effect option. Effect option. Get there. It will give you here sound. Do you want them to sound as they move? That will be very interrupting. Do you want them to dim? That will be mind offsetting the learner. You need them to appear letter by letter. So you put them to appear letter by letter, then you reduce the frequency at which they are flowing. When you reduce, that's when it will increase. Take note of that, teachers. When you increase this to 0.9, the speed at which the letters will flow will be very slow. So the smaller the frequency, the faster the flow of the letters. Okay? So you can see that it is faster. You can see that it is really fast. Okay. So let me put the last one. Then now I make the slide to show. Appear. After appearing, animate. Okay. I mean, after appearing, that is animating. You come to plane, animation plane. After that, you come to the line here. And then remember, it is the start on click. So it has to start when you click. Then you come to effect option, as usual. Reduce, choose letter by letter, not word by word. And then you reduce the frequency in order to increase the flow of your letters. Then you accept. Okay, now let us come to the slide show, how it is going to show now. We are going to review to see how it will flow. Okay, this is how your page will be as you introduce your lesson. Your page will be like that. Okay.
Teacher Solomon.
Yes, sir.
What did you press to go to slideshow?
Okay, let me get back. Let me get back to that. Okay, we have here something that looks like a TV. Sometimes it is like a cup of tea at the side here near the battery of your desktop. Okay, why do I like to use this one? Other people like to click this one here, preview or slideshow. Are you seeing this slideshow? Why do I prefer to use this one? I prefer to use this one because when the screen becomes plain, you will fail to know where is your Zoom application and you will start fidgeting. That's why me, I like this one, this cup of tea, which is down here near the battery symbol. Okay, when I click that, the screen will appear like this. Oh my God, where are you going to start? Okay, if you are in that condition, just right click and come to screen. Then you will come to show the taskbar. Then you will find the Zoom application and you will get back to your Zoom and you share your slideshow. I repeat, because that is where I also got trouble one time. I presented, when it was time to share the screen, the Zoom application is lost. Oh my God. So I discovered that when you come to this, simply click this and it will bring for you that. Then you come to screen, then you take to show me the taskbar. The taskbar will now show you the Zoom application. Then now you go to that Zoom application and you share the screen. Okay? That is
Okay.
noted. Now,
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Solomon, our time has gone. Now you just show us the output and we go.
Okay, this is the output. That is our output using much, many, and a lot. I click again, it will come. Many and much are used. You can see the speed at which the letters are flowing. And that will be how you will be talking to your class. And it will be very interactive. For you, you know what next. You can even ask the class what next before you show them. And the lesson will be very interactive. Thank you very much for listening. I'm humbled to be here because my lecturers are listening.
Now, members, Mr. Dennis is going to be coming in to supplement as we wind up. Let me just encourage you that we come here to inspire you. So you go to the channel, the YouTube channel of the Christian School Honors Session. There are presentations. So you can look at how the teachers are doing their work. Like this one is a presentation for the team.
This question is
where his learners, his teaching his learners.
Okay, let me get another group. Let me get another group. Praise
as he moves. So he can control his presentation and the learners can easily follow. Yeah, so you go and look at all other presentations of different teachers and get inspired. Mr. Dennis, you come in and supplement on that, and I think our time will be up. Unless if some members are interested in extending, Mr. Charles Soto also wanted to show us something, but our time has gone. But maybe he could come in tomorrow as we look at video. Mr. Dennis.
Thank you. Can everybody see my screen? Solomon, thank you so much. Solomon, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Yeah, I like the way your slide works. It's really captivating, especially for the level that you teach. It is very interesting. Members, so as we make slides, let's try and consider the levels as well, okay? Let's consider the level as we make these slides. If it is primary, of course, the animation is going to work great because it captures the attention of the kids. But if it is secondary, senior 3, 4, 5, 6, you might want to rethink your animation and maybe keep it simple. So I'm going to show you something. This one, I didn't make it. This I got from a university or a publishing company somewhere, but an education institution. And this is what they do. I think this one is talking about decision making. I think you can see the main points have been highlighted and the fonts are big enough. The challenge I've seen with a lot of teachers is that they will reduce this to somewhere there, and let me reduce the size. Yeah, there. Now you've left all this space for what? You need to try and cover the entire page so that the fonts are big enough and people can, even if someone copies it, it gets the slides, it is easy for them to read and understand. So they should be big enough. And when you're doing let's open this one. When you're doing inserting pictures, I think you can see how organized these people, this guy, the person who made this is. The picture is flowing with the explanation. Okay? Output, products, and market. This is economics, I think, or microeconomics at university level, but or commerce. So as you make this, there is no, if I put in presentation mode, I think now this kind of animation is supposed to help you explain one thing at a time. Okay, you're explaining about output, markets, and products. Then when you're done, you want to go to the next one, input markets, which is this. Then you go to the last one. So that one will allow you to explain each point without having your learners or students read everything all at once. It gives you time to actually explain point by point. So input markets, further explanation. I think you can see the simplicity. It is big enough. It is, and the font type that they have used. I think you can also see the design and the colors. It not a lot of colors because they know that mature people, secondary school, O and A, they are not really interested in colors. They are interested in the content. So the emphasis are put on the contents. So throughout the font, throughout the slide, you can see it is very consistent. And this is easy to read. If you are a student and your teacher sent you this, trust me, you will never fail to understand what he has sent you. There is this one. Can you see the second slide? Rogers, is the second slide seen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is biology, transport system. I think this is for the body. I want you to look at the coloring. I want you to look at the simplicity. Not a lot. There are three colors: pink, blue, and green. White, we don't call it color. So pink, blue, and green, three colors throughout. Then down here are the word that they want to emphasize, energy. You can see they have put, things that represents it. But again, it is filling the entire slide. If I put this in presentation mode, you can see it has covered the entire screen. So this is easy for your students to understand and easy for them to read. Even if a student has reading problem, you should always try to consider increasing the font size, especially for the for your slides. For the notes, that's okay, but for the slides or presentation, you need to make it bigger so that it is easy for them to see what you're talking about and easy for them to understand. And also, don't try and put the entire notes on this. I think you can see this guy, the person who made this was talking on main points only. I think if he was to put notes, there are more notes than this one, but this one is to show exactly what happens during respiration. The glucose, oxygen, carbon dioxide, all of them, when they are added, it gives you energy. And then, when you add glucose plus oxygen, it will give you carbon dioxide and water and energy. So do you breathe out carbon dioxide, water goes to your body and energy, and maybe you release part of that water in form of urine. So you can see, I am not a biology teacher, but I can understand what is going on there immediately without even having to ask a question. Your slide should do something like that.
Yeah,
Let me
Dennis.
see. There is the last one here. This one was made by one of the teachers. I think you can see this is not a very good slide. If you made this kind of slide, your learners will struggle to see. Okay? Your learners will struggle to see because the letters are too small, and it doesn't really represent the lesson well. So you might want to consider the letters, the letter type. Now for like lower primary, you need to use the one that Solomon was using, or Comic Sans. Those are the letters that looks like handwriting, and it is easy for kids to read. So thank you.
Okay.
I hope we are going to make better slides for our learners when we start doing this in our schools. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Members, our time is fast spent. There are some questions in the chat that I want to respond to briefly. Then Henry has been our lead trainer for this particular topic. You have been preparing some materials and some additional resources for teachers here. Maybe you can wrap up and tell them what, if those who want to get more information on how they can learn PowerPoint, what they are going to do and what we are going to be doing for them. Henry. Okay, maybe as Henry comes in, there are some teachers who have asked questions here in the chat. There is the attendance list. The attendance form is there. Dennis has been sharing it. Please, if you have not registered, you tap on it and then it will you'll be able to register. Then we are having someone was asking about which app can I use to edit the work using a phone or do typing. If there is such an app, how can I get the slides to show up on phone? I tried one, but it only does video. So that was work. In the morning, we looked at an app called WPS Office. There are many other apps for Office. They can help you to edit. And also Zoom. Once you want to share, you first open your app and you also open Zoom and then you share and your work will be seen. Then there is a member here who is asking. There's someone who was asking about, thank you, Solomon. I've understood everything except the output. I think the output was displayed, maybe your screen. Then you kindly ask members to subscribe to Facilitators channel to get the materials. So members, Mr. Tim did not attend any workshop to learn those things that he has learned. In the workshop, he learned a few things and he went and explored with his time and he had to come up with something good. So when you come to a workshop, you come to get inspired and to be given some guidance, and you have to invest in your time to make sure you get some good work. Then Mr. Moses was saying that content has been added on the Google Classrooms and videos also on YouTube. This particular segment of the video, I made sure that I cut it out so that we can share it later for the members to refer. Sharon is asking, how do I create a link to share the work on the slides with the learners? Now, I don't know which kind of link you are talking about, but one of the best ways you can share work if you want to use a link is to upload your work to Google Drive. We are going to be talking about collaboration and Google Drive. I think we are going to be looking at it on Friday. When you upload your slides onto Google Drive, you can get a link to that work and you can share that link and learners can be able to download the presentation using the link. I don't know if that's the link you were asking, but Google Drive has that capability. We are going to be looking more about that on Friday. Yes, so those are the questions. I think I've answered all the questions. Henry, do you have any final word for the members or?
I just wanted to tell those members that they can create a presentation in the evening. We use them to make a video tomorrow. We want to see how we can make the videos through the presentations they are making.
Okay, so members, you go and wind up with the assignment, do the present. You can even do a presentation on a topic you like, And tomorrow we shall be looking at creating videos.
And
Thank you very
another
much.
thing, I put some links in the groups that has some of the videos that I try to talk about in the morning. They can also find the links there and watch the videos, rewatch and do assignment also.
All right.
I also put some reading materials in the Google Classroom.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, members, and have a nice evening.
Bye-bye.
We have only 56 people who have taken the attendance. The rest, if you haven't, I don't know what to do, but I will discuss with Rogers on what to do. But if you haven't, please make sure that you have copied the link and then register at your free time. But make sure you have copied the link somewhere. Just copy and paste it somewhere so that you can be able to go and register in case you cannot register.